do. If you guys are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you guys are not, you already know what to do. You know to spew hashtag justice for Lily 2024 off into the comments section. It would be greatly appreciated when you guys come into the room. I told you guys that I wanted to react to this young lady's video that came across my timeline yesterday. And I feel like when I was listening to her, I felt like we were having like church in my living room, you know? So I felt like it was definitely worth it to me to react to what she was talking about. She's going to share a story about when she went to take her children to lunch. And I just think that this is such a what happened to her is not funny, but I want to tell her. I tagged her name. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but she's going to say her own name in the video. So you guys definitely check her out. I don't even really know what her content is about. This is the first video of hers I've ever seen in my life. And I didn't even know she existed until yesterday. But I'm definitely shouting her out because what she was saying was true. And everything that she was saying, I was like, it was like church in my house. I was like, yep, you better preach, girl. Like, yes, that's what I was doing yesterday when I was listening to her video. I am going to go live again. We're going to head into the Ladybug kitchen here in a minute. And I'm going to show y'all how to make this unholy day dressing. Okay, that's what I'm going to show y'all how to do. And we're going to listen to her story and we're going to react. This is for educational purposes only. She's going to say her name. I tagged her in the video or I at her so that she can see it. I'm not trying to like steal this lady content or nothing. I just thought it was hilarious. And I also thought the way that she responded was like golden. And what she was saying after that was also golden. And I'm just sending her love and sending a shout out to her and everybody, you know, her direction, because this really tickled my soul inside. And I just wanted to share this with my tribe. Hashtag justice for Alicia Smiley 2024. Hashtag sweetest taboo. Hashtag flourish. Hashtag bird watching bitch. Hashtag quick turnaround. Hashtag elevated. Hashtag soul. Hashtag illuminated. Okay. Hashtag truthgang. Hashtag gang. Hashtag tribe vibes. Hashtag loyalty. Hashtag flourish. Hashtag peace. Hashtag love. Hashtag justice for Alicia Smiley 2024. Hashtag my squad of truth. Hashtag use your discernment. And hashtag bird watching beach. Okay, because we love the birds over here. We be watching birds and shit. Okay, 3 in the chat, 3 likes. Hashtag big beautiful forehead gang. So this is really, really funny. Okay. Not really, but I'm sure she didn't think it was funny like when she was going through it. But let's get started. We just gonna get into it, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Like I enjoyed this video. We're gonna watch it together again, and I'm gonna give my commentary. You know, as if I was sitting there and she was telling me the story. You know what I'm saying? Because it was hilarious. But just listen to what she's saying and what her experience was and what happened. Okay.
My name is Zaine, and I'm coming on to bring a message.
Okay, her name is Zaine. Zaine, that's her channel. She's like Zaine, Tarot Investigator777 or something like that. Never heard of her in my life, but that's her name. Okay, but like, just listen to her story, y'all. It's crazy.
For the chosen. If you find this resonates with you in any way, please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and let us know how it resonates with your circumstance. And if you have anything to add to this message as far as your own personal experiences out here, leave it in the comments. I would love to read it. So y'all, I got to tell you all about an experience I had. This was actually a few weeks back, and I didn't speak on it because, you know, I've had other things that I've been wanting to speak on that I felt were more relevant. But today I feel like this message is very relevant because of the times that we're in. So I was at a restaurant with my children, right? Sitting down, eating, you know, enjoying each other's company. And I look across the restaurant, not too far away from me, and there's this European man. He's sitting there literally facing us. He has his legs crossed. He's facing us. He's not eating. He's just watching, like literally staring at us. So I'm like, okay, well, I ain't gonna think too much of it. Maybe he just came here to people watch because he didn't even order food, right? So I'm just like, okay, maybe he's waiting on somebody. I don't know. You know, I tried not to take it too personal, but I was always taught you don't stare nobody in the face. So
that's right.
I'm already, you know, like, okay, as long as he keep his distance, I can't help where his eyes are looking, right? So I mind my business, continue to eat. This man gets up, walks over to my table. So now I'm like, okay, what the hell is this? He has this huge duffel bag on his shoulder, and he says, are all of these your children? Now, I didn't mind him asking that because I get that question a lot. Many of you know I have 6.
That's a bold question anyways, but he did ask her that. I just got to pause it because, of course, this is her content and I'm not trying to steal her content or nothing. But that is a bold question to ask. But let's keep going.
Children, and they're all very small, most of them, except for my oldest, who's 12 now. And so, you know, a lot of times people look at me like, is that all of yours? You know, your children really? So I say, yeah, these are all mine. So he goes into his bag. Now, I'm still not thinking too much of it as he's going through his bag, because I've had strangers come up and say, oh, can they have candy? Can they have XYZ? You know, usually I say no, of course. And so he's going into his bag, and I'm just looking at him like, what the hell is he doing? This man pulls out.
Wait, what y'all think he pulled out? What y'all think he was pulling out the bag? Y'all. What y'all think? What y'all think he pulled out his bag? Y'all know I'm smoking. But just guess, did he pull out some candy? Because, you know, some people say, oh, is all them your kids? I was telling my daughter about this too. Is all them your kids? And they'll be like, oh, here go $1 for the kids. Here, you know, some people will do that. Here go $1 for your kids. Or, you know, give them some candy, like she said, because, of course, you know, as a mother, you're going to say, no, they can't have the candy. But if they give them the $1, some you might let your kid keep the $1. What y'all think he put out? You said maybe some clothes. You said a Bible or a pamphlet from Jesus, some toys. None of that, y'all. None of that. This is what he pulls out in front of her kids. This is what he pulled out in front of her kids. And they're in a restaurant. She got 6 kids. They're in a restaurant. And this man just walks up to her, asks her if these are her children. And then he go in his bag, and this is what he pulls out.
This humongous crucifix cross, right? Very similar to the one that you're looking at in this photo here. And he puts it about 3 inches away from my face. And he says, I'm going to pray for you. So immediately my first reaction.
He pulled this cross out of his bag after he asked her, was them her children, y'all. He just went in the bag and pulled the cross out and just held it like this man is holding it up to her face. Like on the screen. Yes, I was rolling. I was like, what the fuck? Let's keep going.
Action, like literally my natural reaction is to back away in my chair, like, hold up, I said, what is that? So he's like, what do you mean, what is this? It's Jesus. I said, who is Jesus? Oh my goodness, if y'all can see the look that was on this man's face when I said that, he turned bloodshot red. And he says, you don't know who Jesus is? You don't know who God is? I said, oh, I know who the Most High is, but you are in my space and you putting that thing in my face. I said, I don't know what that is. What type of witchcraft are you doing right now?
Okay. Okay. What type of witchcraft are you doing right now? This man just walks up to her, asks her politely if these are her kids. So, of course, she's not going to, I mean, she on guard because, you know, we always watching our 12, our 6, our 3, and our 9, right? So she on guard already because this is a man walking up to her and her 6 children. This nigga pulls out a crucifix. A fucking crucifix. Let's go.
So, of course, he got even more red, starts backing away, you know, and he's like, you need God. You're wearing, what is that thing on your neck? You're not even from Egypt. He's talking about my uncle at this point. Okay, so obviously now I understand what this whole thing is all about, right? Because the ankh that I was wearing at that time was far bigger than the one that I have on now. So it's very visible, very noticeable. So from across the room, he had been sitting over there plotting, waiting for the right moment to strike, right? Waiting for the right moment to strike. But what he didn't realize was that as much as he thought I looked like a little rabbit, I'm a lioness, baby. You don't walk up on me. I know who I am. I know who I am and whose I am. So that type of stuff, I'm not going to shrink in nobody's presence. I don't care who the hell it is.
Okay.
You're not going to come up in my face with no big old crucifix and this depiction of a dead man.
Okay.
And put it a couple of inches away from my face talking about you going to pray for me. I didn't ask you to pray for me, sir. I didn't.
Look, it's a couple of things why I feel like this person approached her. Okay. One, he seen that, I don't know what color she is. I don't know because I've never met this lady before, but I'm sure she sounds like somebody grandma from the South to me. But she couldn't be that old because she got 6 youngins and they youngins. They ain't grown. You get what I'm saying? But He seen that she was a single mother that's out there. She might not even be single, but she was out in the public by herself with her children. Do you get what I'm saying? That shit crazy to me. I wanted to share this because I just need to make a point that they really be the delusional ones. I'm just going to be honest, because what the fuck? Live and let live. Why she couldn't just have a meal in public with her children and wear her unk? She didn't say nothing to that man. She didn't even look at that man. The only reason why she looked at him is because she seen he was staring at her and her children. Okay? Like, sounds like a melanated woman, right? Like, that is weird, but this is how they be acting. I'm trying to tell you, like, this shit, talking about this occult. Nah, baby. Y'all is in the motherfucking cult, bitch. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. And I ain't trying to down nobody if Christianity is if you're a path, that's your path, that's your path. But from what I have experienced with the Christians that I have had experiences with, and this shit right here, somebody else's testimony, is crazy. Let's keep going.
I didn't even ask you to come over here in my face. What form of witchcraft is this? I'm getting passionate, y'all, because in that moment, I was like, oh, this.
What form of witchcraft is this? Why the fuck are you over here bothering me and Mark's 6 kids, nigga? Well, I'm trying to eat. Like, I'm eating my food right now. Why are you doing this? Okay, let's keep going.
So, anyways, he's standing at the doorway. Now, mind you, nobody is saying anything. Everybody's just at the restaurant just looking, of course, because that's what people do nowadays. Folks don't say nothing. They just watch. But I guess they figured I could handle my own, right?
She black. That's confirmation. Because everybody just looking. Yeah, I know I'm smoking. Everybody just looking. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Why this man basically attacks her and her children. Because that's an attack. Like, hold up. Don't be getting up in my face throwing crucifixes and shit while I'm trying to eat my food with my kids and I ain't even say shit to you. You get what I'm saying? But she is black because nobody offered to help her. Nobody said, hey, man, like, get out of her face. She was just sitting over her peacefully. Nobody said that. You get what I'm saying? But let's keep going.
So he's like, yeah, you're not even Egyptian and you're wearing that thing on your neck. Do you even know who you are? I said, sir, you don't know me. I said, you better watch who you're talking to. You standing before a goddess. You know, okay. Of course, I had to stand firm in mind, y'all.
Listen to her. Ain't she awesome? Whoever this lady is, ain't she awesome? She said, hold on, sir. I know exactly who I am. I'm a goddess. You standing before a whole goddess. Like, hold up. I know who I am. I know whose I am. You get what I'm saying? And this, even though this is 3-dimensional, this is really spiritual warfare. And it's just manifesting on the physical form for her anyways. It came right up to her. Okay? Let's keep going.
Oh. So he leaves out of the restaurant talking all types of mess. There was a few other things that I had to say to him, y'all, a few choice words that I had to say to this man, but I made sure that by the time he walked out of that restaurant, he was not going to forget that particular moment, and he was going to understand you can't just walk up in just anybody's face thinking that crap is going to fly, okay? So when he leaves out of the restaurant,
I like what she said. You can't just walk up in anybody's face thinking that crap is going to fly. And it's not necessarily that you have anything against Christianity or anything like that, but other people just have different belief systems. There's people that, believe it or not, there are other religions. There are people that were raised their whole entire life as Muslims. So they going to hell because they Muslim? Like, what the fuck? They don't worship their God. Like, that's different. Like, there's even Hindu people, Buddhist people. Like, so everybody else that has a different belief system because they come from a different lineage, because they have a different fucking genealogy than you, is going to hell. It's weird. It's just weird. But let's keep going.
Ron, finally, the people that work there come over and they're like, well, what's going on? And, you know, I tell them the guy's just crazy or whatever. So I told my children, let's get ready to go. He went outside of the restaurant, was standing in the window of the restaurant, looking in, sticking up his middle finger, y'all.
The Christian. Did y'all hear what she just said? What about that is going to make me want to worship your God? Like, what the fuck? Because they get so offended. They be ready to get violent and fight and all this other type of shit. What about that is going to make me want to worship your God? You just tried to save my soul, and then because I told you I didn't want your opinion, you going to flip me and my kids off? What the hell? This is not funny. I'm sorry that she had to experience this, but I was rolling, y'all. Like this whole story, okay? I was like, what the fuck? Okay, that is weird as fuck. You said she is amazing. She is amazing. Shout out to her. I shaded her. I shaded her spirit team. I shaded everything around her because she got good energy. Okay, this lady got her head on her shoulders. Okay, you said, but you're supposed to be a Christian, right? Like what the fuck? Okay, let's keep going.
Stood there for about 2 minutes, sticking out his middle finger long enough for me to clean up
2
my
minutes.
children's stuff and get ready to leave, pack our stuff up and get ready to leave the restaurant. Now, when we leave out, he's still talking mess. I go to my car. He goes wherever he came from, whatever rock he crawled from underneath. I don't know where he came from, but, I didn't have no more problems out of him. That is the gist of what happened. Now, this is the interesting thing, okay? What I notice about a lot of these, so-called holier than thou beings out here, this man is walking around, as many people do who are in particular faiths, and they carry particular things with them. They want to make it seem as if they're, so in touch with, the Most High. But again, he was in touch with God, his deity. He has no connection to the Most High whatsoever.
Okay.
Doesn't even know.
Notice there's a difference. He was in touch with his deity, his God. He was in touch with his God, his deity. But she's in touch. There's a difference with the Most High Creator, the divine infinite all. She's in touch with that energy. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a difference. I like her.
Right. And so a lot of people are really in that energy thinking that because they go to church every Sunday, or because they go to mass every Sunday, or because they go to the mosque or whatever days they go to, suddenly that makes them holier than thou. Suddenly that makes them equipped to walk up to somebody that they don't know and offer their service of prayer.
Right.
When I don't know, I know who you're praying to, sir. He didn't know that I knew who he was praying to. He's the one that's still lost in the sauce, right? But
right.
Apparently, he got so offended watching me from across the room, seeing that I openly express who I am and what I understand to be true. I'm not out here hiding from the world. Okay. And nor am I out here feeling like I need to boast and loudly proclaim who I am. One thing that I noticed, y'all, is almost every faith, right, when you're talking about religion, yes, they have to promote. They promote their faith as if it's a business. Preach. Can somebody answer that
Preach.
question? Why do they do that?
Why?
Why do they promote their faith as if it's a business? You will see Christians outside walking up to people saying, hey, come to my church, You'll see Jehovah's Witnesses outside knocking on people's doors saying, hey, come to the hall. Mm-hmm. You'll see even Muslims outside walking up to people saying, hey, come to the mosque or whatever, right? Almost every religion is being promoted. Why is that? Why does it have to be promoted when... Let's take a moment to answer her question. Anybody feel like they know why that is? Why is that? Justice for Baby Smiley. You said you like her too. Me too. I like this lady. Go subscribe to her channel. I gave y'all her name. I really don't remember that quick because I promise you I don't even know who she is. But I did add her in the title, so because I wanted to give her props because she about to go into a whole church service and we about to have church on a Wednesday. Okay? Because she about to make a whole bunch of sense. Okay, he says she's not hiding, but neither is she showing in other people's face or forcing down the throat like he did. Exactly. People need to learn how to live and let live. Okay, especially when it comes to other people's spirituality, religion, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He said it's a business. They make money off of them. The more members that they get in tithes and offerings bring in, right? You said, yes, I follow and sub to, I don't know how to say it. I don't want to butcher her name. She said it already. It's just Shavi. Is that how you say it? I just found out she even existed yesterday. And this is the first video I've ever seen. And I was cracking up. Oh, my God. It was funny.
2 minutes. Like, that nigga was in the window like, fuck you, fuck you. Ah! For 2 minutes, 2 whole minutes. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I said they're all 501c3 nonprofits and the funds are tax-free. He said, because I want to get the numbers up to they want to get the numbers to their church for more donations, right? He said, I'm subbed to her for 1 year and she is gifted. Ashe, she's beautiful. I don't even know who she is, but I felt the tribe. I was in her like, preach. I felt like I was at church, but we finna listen to her video. And shout out to her, because, baby, they better stop playing with these chosen ones out here. They better stop playing, okay? They better stop playing. It said, hashtag justice for Alicia Smiley coming into the chat, into the live. Ashe, ashe, ashe. He could not convert her, so he got mad. It's all about the money. Now listen to what she says. She just explained that every religion is going to be out here promoting. But just listen to what she about to say.
And you can literally, especially when it comes to the Christian faith, right? Catholics, Christians, you go in any neighborhood, you are guaranteed to be able to count a church on damn near every corner, especially in the melanated community. Guaranteed. It'll be a church right here and another one right across the street and one that's next door to that one. Why do you need so many of these so-called temples?
Right.
Is it because there's not enough people out here who truly are the temple?
Okay. Preach.
That's where the Most High is supposed to dwell within you?
Mm-hmm.
Is that why? Or is it because it's a big business? And folks understand that people out here are so desperate that they will shell over their last dollar if the pastor gets up and gives a strong enough message to them that makes them feel some form of condemnation, okay? Because I done heard too many sermons of pastors standing up saying, if you don't give, then you must not have faith, right? I'm talking about big name pastors is getting big dollars every Sunday and still trying to drain people of their last dollar and trying to make them question their own beliefs and faith in the Most High by saying, give of your last, right? Why is it pushed and promoted so strongly in such a way where it has to be up in your face? Why? A person, if you really want to go to somebody's church or their hall or their mosque, they are easily found.
Right.
Because you see them everywhere.
Right.
And it's as simple as pulling up your car, parking in a parking lot and walking in. You don't need no invitation. Everybody knows that you don't need no invitation. So why are most religions promoted like it's a doggone business? Like you got to go out with a real sales pitch to pull people in. Why is that? Because it is a business.
And they trying to sell your ass something. A fucking dream. A fucking dream. Some false hope. And that is the truth, because y'all see what's going on. Okay? Now, I don't knock real pastors, because I told y'all I did have a real preacher in my life. Reverend Jeff Johnson. A lot of his teachings helped mold me into who I am now spiritually. So I ain't gonna knock no real, true man of God. But there are some fake ass motherfuckers out here. A bunch of them. There's gonna be, if it's 10 preachers, a half of one gonna be real. A half of one. Okay? And that's real shit. But let's keep going.
When it boils down to it, this is a business. Now, one thing that you won't see when it comes to those people who understand a narrow path, and I'm talking about spirituality, very far and few between. Not that many people understand spirituality. How often do you see somebody outside talking about, hey, come join the spirituality team?
Facts.
All right? Come on over here and join the spiritual. I don't see it.
Me neither, girl. How often do you see somebody that's spirituality, like in the spirituality team, come get on the bandwagon of spirituality with us? How often do you see that, tribe? Put it in the comment section. Have you ever been handed a spirituality pantheon like a Jehovah's Witness? Have you ever? Has a spiritualist ever just knocked on your door? Like, come join the coven. Come join the witch coven. Okay? I'm not a witch, but I'm just saying it doesn't happen. Okay?
I don't see it. And I hope that there does not come a day where folks are standing outside promoting spirituality like they promote Christianity, Catholicism, Islam, Jehovah's Witness. I'd hope, because if it gets to that point, then you already know things done got buck wild now. But I haven't seen it yet. Because most people who take the spiritual path, one of the first things that you understand when you find yourself on that path is what? When the student is ready, the teacher appears.
Right.
The teacher is not outside stumping the pavement talking about, hey, come join the team. No, because in spirituality, you understand that this is something that you must be guided to. This is something that you must evolve to.
Right.
It's not something that you go out and promote like it's a sales pitch, because everybody ain't ready.
Right.
And if you pull somebody over prematurely, oh, they ain't ready for this type of journey, because this one right here, it takes you places on high levels.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ain't grounded and rooted, you know, it's not for the weak. It's not for the ones that want to be coddled. It's not for the ones that want to stay in a comfort zone. It's not for the ones that want to stay caged in. It's not for the ones who need to be boxed in and to be given limit.
I don't know. What happened to imperfect perfection? I don't know. My daughter's in the kitchen, so she can't look at it right now. Y'all, one of y'all gotta look.
But limitations, no. Spirituality is a totally different type of path that you begin to take the path because you're guided to take the path. And down the way, you meet people who can give you more wisdom and more jewels to help you to continue down your path. But it's not anywhere near the type of energy that you get from religion. Facts. This has got to stop.
It has to.
It is. It's coming to an end, okay? And I feel like that's why the pushback is so aggressive. That's why there's so many people out here, such as that particular being who, you know, completely, practically attacked me with his crucifix.
Right.
Trying to do his witchcraft on me, and then got mad and had the nerve to stick up his middle finger. Can somebody please tell me how that's supposed to go together? But actually, it goes together just perfectly, if you ask me. I was not surprised that that man responded in that way. Not at one point did I curse that man. I didn't even stick my middle finger back up at him because I had to be mindful of my children.
That's right.
Who were sitting there watching this encounter. But it just goes to show that these beings are crazy out here in these spiritual and physical streets.
Okay.
When I tell you, that is one encounter that I've experienced, but I'm sure it will not be my last, because these beings do not want to let it go. The truth is right there in their faces. Everything is being exposed. It ain't just being exposed to those of us who are spiritual and those of us who are chosen for the spiritual path. No, everybody got to get a taste of the truth. Everybody is getting a taste of the truth, and it's bittersweet. For us, it's sweet, right? Because we've been waiting on this. But for those people who do not want to release the illusions and the conditioning of society and those things that actually, because this particular European man, you know, he understands that that particular deity, you know, that crucifix with that European man that he shoved in my face, he understands that a large part of the survival of the power of his people is connected to that particular energy. It's connected. They need my prayers. They need my energy to be directed towards their deity in order to maintain their position of control and power over the world. And even if he did not know that consciously, subconsciously, he understood that. And that's why he was so offended that I did.
Okay, so I do want to say this. I'm looking at the comments. Yeah, she is a supporter. She does go on other people's videos. She. I've seen her in other people's videos, like in their comment sections, telling them to come over here on YouTube, because I be on YouTube all day. So she's definitely a supporter. You said never seen it. All right, then. Yeah, she definitely, yeah. That's who I seen in the comment section on other people's channels about Alicia Smalley, telling them, like, look, there's this girl over there. Y'all need to go check her channel out. It was only 86 seconds, so she's not blocked. So she should be able to comment by now. I think 86 seconds is over. Yeah, she's a supporter. No worries. On anybody's behalf, no worries, no worries, no worries. You see, I'm still iffy for some reason. Well, we have these conversations. You already know how I feel about that when it comes to stuff like that. So, you know. All right?
Did not receive it. Because, see, way back when, this is when, well before I awakened, when I was still naive, when I still did not have a voice, right? If that man would have come to me years ago and did that, I probably would have said, yeah, you could pray for me. And that man would have put his witchcraft all over my energy, right?
Yep.
We were so docile and asleep at one point. Some of y'all are like, hell nah, he would not have prayed for me. I don't care. But many of you already know, if you were submerged in Christianity and under the spell of illusions, you would have, likely said, all right, he got good intentions. So yeah, I'm going to let him pray for me. Man, listen, don't catch me out here in these physical streets. That's for the folks in the back. You come running up on me with a doggone crucifix with a dead man on it, or trying to throw me some doggone wine and some bread talking about here's the blood in the body, or any type of crazy ritualistic foolishness that y'all out here doing, you gonna catch these spiritual hands for real.
That's right. Give them hands,
People
girl.
gotta understand that not everybody is just walking zombies anymore. And that particular being that came up, that walked up on me, I'm pretty sure he'll get a few more encounters where folks like they gonna check his ass real fast, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
I believe that.
Because people have, everybody has this stereotype of who we are, especially as melanated beings, because we've been through so much that when somebody walks up and say, hey, I want to pray for you, that in his mind, in this European's mind, he automatically assumed that I was broken down, and just trodden down, weighed down with life, waiting on him as my angel to come and pray for me, because he has the direct connection to the Most High, and I would look to him and his crucifix to save me, honey. Mother and Father. This is the times that we're in, y'all. So get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
That's right, my sister.
So just know, they don't want to release the grip. They don't want to let it go. They don't want to accept the fact that the truth is already smack dab in your faces, and there will be many who accept the truth for what it is, and there will be many more who will reject it and say, nope, not my Jesus.
Not my Jesus.
But guess what?
She funny.
You ain't bringing that foolishness over here, nor will it be brought to my children, because I'm teaching them different. I'm teaching them to understand the truth, because they will be flooded with many lies by people out here in this world.
That's right.
But they're being reared up in the truth. That's my message for you all.
All right, beautiful
sister.
sister.
Let me know if y'all have had any experiences out there just yet, because if you haven't, they will be coming. But I would love to hear your...
Listen, my beautiful sister, I've had so many experiences like this. It would probably blow your mind. But I do want to say this to everybody concerning this story. That situation could have been, it could have been a whole nother outcome, because you have to think about it. Yeah, she's a Black woman, but she's still a woman, and she's still by herself, and she's still with her children, her 6 babies. So not only do she have to protect herself, but she also has to protect those children. She don't know that man, and that man don't know her. That is a dangerous ass situation to be in. I laughed throughout it because it was funny, because the way she said that man was flicking her off for that long and all that shit was funny. Okay, y'all can't say that shit wasn't funny, but it could have been really bad. It could have been very dangerous for her and her children, and it is horrible that people are doing this. And she said it's a European, because in her story and her real life, it was a European person. Okay, but race don't have anything to do with it. It's all about mindset and like what's inside of your vessel. Okay, it don't got shit to do with it. It's what's inside of your vessel. Okay, because Black people do the same fucking shit that this European person did to her. It was just a different vessel. It's the same spirit, different body. That's what that is. Same spirit, different body. Okay. But it is fucked up. And I send kudos to this woman for standing up for herself, standing up for her children, teaching her children the truth about who they are. You know, I want her to like, you know that that's the way to go and that's the path that she should take. But it could have went a whole different route because nobody did say anything or intervene. And thank the divine infinite all that she did have the strength that she needed to protect herself and her 6 children because nobody else helped with the situation, you know? So it just is what it is. But I did want to share that with you. And we about to get into this ladybug kitchen and make some stuff in a little bit. That's what we're finna do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like the vibes, you feel like this is your tribe, subscribe. Go over to her channel and subscribe. I'm not going to mess up her name, but it is in the beginning of the video, and I tagged it in the beginning, the whole entire channel name, so that you guys can go and subscribe. I do believe that this is a chosen one, and I have pretty good judgment when it comes to those type of things. And I do believe that she has a divine connection of her own to the spirit realm, and that's how you know she a chosen one. She's standing on her own. Okay. And subscribe to her channel, y'all. Be kind in the likeness of strangers. You could be entertaining gods or goddesses unaware. Period. Okay. Justice for Alicia Smiley 2024, you guys. We're gonna get in this ladybug kitchen. Hopefully my baby will be in there with me still. She might not. I don't think she will because she despises dressing. Even despite how tasty and wonderfully delicious that shit is, especially with some cranberry sauce. It almost made me want to make them greens, but I'm going to save it for when we put our bigger meal together because she's actually going to get in the kitchen with us, you guys, next week when we start showing y'all how we make our other traditional dishes for y'all because we're just making content. Okay. Justice for Alicia Smiley 2024. Hashtag one God, many faces. This man ran into a God. That was the face of God he ran into. Okay. Y'all can't even see me, but I'm throwing up my shit. Like, okay. But anyways, I love you guys so much. And I'm going to see y'all in a little bit in the ladybug kitchen. I'm out this bitch.